A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to my channel yet again. But today, it is March 5th, and what I got here is that, in case you hadn't already noticed, well, I had a really big collection of photos from my trip to Carolina not even a week ago. But, of course, I was actually able to cross yet another milestone on my Twitter because of that. I was able to get 1,348 total media tweets on Twitter. So in this case, I feel like I should go ahead and celebrate on that behalf. It is going to be a little while before I end up going ahead and crossing another milestone based on this attribute on Twitter. But of course, going forward with what I have now, what I've decided to do here is I'm actually going to describe my life with the word Snuffleupagus. And yeah, I'm referring to the Sesame Street character of the same name, Snuffy, but fully known as Snuffleupagus. So, that's just pretty much what I'm going to do here. I'm going to describe my life 10 minutes with the word Snuffleupagus. So, let me go ahead and set up a timer to 10 minutes. Alright, here we go. Timer set for 10 minutes, and now, let's get going. 3, 2, 1. Snuffleupagus, on my channel, is that Snuffleupagus got some good stuff going on around here, but Snuffleupagus, on this channel here, is that Snuffleupagus, content of all sorts, is going to be coming around here for the next few months. Snuffleupagus times of mine that I do happen to have a lot of great times here. Snuffleupagus times of all sorts are what I happen to enjoy here. My life, Snuffleupagus, great that I happen to have so many Snuffleupagus times that I, well, think to myself, in particular, Snuffleupagus, maybe it would be the right time, Snuffleupagus, maybe it would be considerate for me, Snuffleupagus. In that case, I probably should go ahead, Snuffleupagus. But what I got today, Snuffleupagus, a lot of new things coming around. Especially gaming Snuffleupagus Kaiju Force Neo, as well as a few other things out there. But anyhow, Snuffleupagus, I've got a lot going on here, and of course, here is Choose Snuffleupagus, right here. You probably had noticed here that Snuffleupagus, haircut, and that's probably one of the most adorable things I could ever think about a little Yorkie. But Snuffleupagus, times of all sort. Currently, there are 8 Snuffleupagus, but in that case, I probably should go ahead and talk about more things Snuffleupagus. So, let me go ahead and get onto it. I like to drink Snuffleupagus because it keeps me hydrated all the time, and that Snuffleupagus is just basically how I happen to really progress through. But, of course, aside from water here, Snuffleupagus, food, Snuffleupagus, air, pretty much. Those are 3 things in general, Snuffleupagus. I feel like there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, but I don't know why I keep making that Snuffleupagus formers reference, but I guess you can probably see that I'm drinking too much of that. That's actually because I did have some flaming hot Snuffleupagus toast, but it's probably just, you know, the spice that just catches on to me. And Choo-Choo here, still sitting by my side, Snuffleupagus. But in that case, I'm actually hoping to have a lot more milestone challenges, Snuffleupagus channel, and maybe then there will be a whole lot more going on around here at this point. I do happen to find a really good way to put all this together, because I do have at least a few other milestone challenges coming soon. So, considering the fact that Snuffleupagus times of mine are just simply good in a way, really good, but Snuffleupagus is maybe just about time that I have myself a pretty good change around here. Should get. But anyway, Snuffleupagus at 6:05, pretty much. 6 minutes, 5 seconds, Snuffleupagus. But now, I'm going to be quite honest about this whole thing itself. Snuffleupagus, going about my channel, being that it's only, wow, not even 12 years old, but Snuffleupagus, business itself, Kaiju Force Snuffleupagus, it's pretty much just much older, actually. It's actually older than Twitter or even YouTube itself. It's about a month and a half older than YouTube itself. Twitter and all those other social media platforms have come actually long after Snuffleupagus, because, after all, I was just a young child at the time. Snuffleupagus wasn't even 6 years old at the time. Snuffleupagus. It's probably just something out there that I actually had as a concept, but Snuffleupagus, probably hear in the background that there's laundry Snuffleupagus, and I feel like that there's going to be some more sounds you can hear. There's sounds of choo-choo nearby, and Snuffleupagus sounds going on outside because of traffic, and because none of these walls are Snuffleupagus acoustic foam panels. So, Snuffleupagus. I'm kind of doing it all wrong at this point, but I do apologize, because Snuffleupagus is kind of a tongue twister in a way. Tongue twisters of all sorts. I happen to get them all the time, but to be honest, Snuffleupagus, I guess it would take some time for me to get used to, but in all cases, I do hope that you continue to enjoy what is on my channel, and I do also hope to have a lot more to come here in Kaiju Force Neo itself. Snuffleupagus, but Snuffleupagus, time to do something more than just continue on with like 4 different branches of the business itself. Of course, Snuffleupagus is more of an entrepreneur, Snuffleupagus, but Snuffleupagus is pretty much just a lot more than just those things itself. And I have yet to prove it, pretty much. Snuffleupagus, the fact that Kaiju Force Neo has been a business of mine for a little more than 15 years now. But the truth is, pretty much, that I do have some more stuff going on. Snuffleupagus, but I probably should also take note, or rather, in that case, I'd probably just go ahead and talk a couple things about Snuffleupagus Twitter, but right here, what I got to show you is that Snuffleupagus, there's certainly a lot of things going on around here that I've got on Twitter, but as you can probably tell right here, I do have quite a lot of things on here on my Twitter. But I guess the most important thing about it is that you can look up there. Nearly 1,600 media tweets have already been put up. And the fact that I was able to get a milestone of 1,348 of them is pretty incredible. But now that I have more than 200 above that, all because of my trip to Carolina, it's probably safe for me to bet that Carolina's just Snuffleupagus going on that stuff. And I will apologize if I'm not using Snuffleupagus a little more often, but Snuffleupagus. Yep, there we go. Now I'm back in. So, where was I? Oh yeah, Snuffleupagus times of mine are just that great. There's really not much else I have to say about that part, but getting back to my life itself, other than just talking about my channel, Snuffleupagus, I do have some more things to share here, because I actually do have a bit of a sneak peek going on pretty soon that'll talk about, well, the 2 new franchises that I actually will be starting soon. And, of course, the air dates of them are coming pretty fast. So, in that case, it probably should be the right time for me to just simply go ahead and talk about them. Snuffleupagus, survival type of franchise of mine, and Snuffleupagus Wheels of Steel, pretty much, are the two big franchise-related projects on my channel that I currently have in the works, but at the same time, Snuffleupagus, well, you can see here this little guy is starting to get a little bit of a bunch full, but Snuffleupagus, I don't know if you'd be able to see it here on the camera. I guess I might have to check back on the footage, but Snuffleupagus, at this time, I pretty much just got less than a minute to go here, so Snuffleupagus, have yourself a good time. Snuffleupagus, just enjoy what's on my channel and what's on all my social media platforms that I got here to date. And there are a ton of social media accounts, don't get me wrong, but Snuffleupagus, it's certainly not going to get any better than this. I will not have Snapchat, I will not have TikTok, or as I remember, as Musical.ly. I don't know why they want to change that, change what we grew up with, but Snuffleupagus, I fumbled on there again. So, I once again apologize to all Sesame Street fans out there. Even to this very day, Snuffleupagus, if I'm pretty much doing something like that. But Snuffleupagus, apologize for anything else. And there we go. That's 10 minutes right there. Of course, you heard the word Snuffleupagus being used dozens of times, or even hundreds of times. Of course, I probably have to check back on the footage and count exactly how many times I said Snuffleupagus, but as I've said before though, Snuffleupagus can be kind of a tongue twister, and I should also imply that maybe I won't really do a challenge like that again, but in any case, I did kind of enjoy talking about my life stories itself. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.